forgot the gunshot.
There's this saying that comparison is a thief of joy. It's as old as time, but I feel like even in today's world, there's plenty of circumstances where us humans, we go ahead and compare or measure our own performance or any part of our lives with other people. I think that we tend to believe that happiness is a race and that success is a scoreboard. And if someone else is winning, that means that we're losing in the long run. A flower doesn't look to the one right next to it and wish for different soil. And it also doesn't envy the sun that the other plant is receiving. It just grows at its own pace and in its own way. I think it's important for us to note that no one's journey, no one's path in life, no matter what they're going through, no matter what they're doing, the end goal might be similar to yours, but the journey to get there is never the same. Some have success early while others are late bloomers. I feel like this is something that I personally can relate to in my life, especially more so in the past. I entered high school at 5'3", around 105 pounds. Barely 100 pounds entering high school, playing baseball as well. And at the time I was undersized. I've, for the most part, been underweight, been on the lower side of the BMI scale. And I was just undersized on the field. Even as a freshman on JV, I was still one of the smaller guys on the team. And as I got older, let's say sophomore, junior year, a lot of the people that I played with, a lot of people in my age group, they started to get recruited to play college baseball. And from a very young age, I wanted to play professional baseball. And as I got older and started playing against, better competition and actually playing to a better regards, I realized that wasn't realistic at all. That wasn't what was written in my story, and that's okay. But I knew that playing in college was something that I really wanted to do. And I felt that with people around me being bigger, being stronger, already committing to schools where I'm not even barely getting looked at, if I was at all at that time, it was definitely an overwhelming feeling. And I felt like it was a tough time for me mentally. I felt like that also played a lot into my own athletic performance whenever I was playing, because I was so caught up and worried about the fact that, oh, so-and-so just committed here, so-and-so is doing this, so-and-so is doing that, and I'm over here like not getting looked at by other schools, other coaches, not getting the opportunity that I think I should deserve, or not playing in the standard that I know that I should be playing. And that really just stuck in my mind and just affected me. And of course, after graduating high school, I had some eyes on me and I had some coaches that were interested in me. And I graduated high school at 6 foot, I think 135 pounds. Still underweight, definitely, but I did grow taller. And like I said, it's always been harder for me to gain weight. My metabolism has always been fast, but I somehow got lucky and coaches were looking at me. I started to play baseball at a way better level, obviously, compared to when I was a freshman. And that got some eyes on me, and I ended up committing to a smaller D3 school early in my senior year. But a lot of it, I feel like prior to that, I was just so caught up in I need to commit. Like I was proactively reaching out to different coaches and everything, which is technically what you should do in the recruiting process. But I felt like I was doing it for the wrong reasons. Like, I wanted to be able to say that I was playing college baseball just because other people around me who've been playing the game for as long as I have were able to say that they have. And even me committing to a D3 school, I was like, no, these guys are playing D1, D2, like these guys are way better. And that just always stuck in my mind as well. So fast forward, at this time, post-graduation of high school, I committed to a D3 school. I was about 135 pounds. Now this summer leading to my freshman year of college, I wanted to play baseball personally and just, of course, stay sharp because I was going to school to play baseball. Not specifically to play baseball, but I was playing baseball in school, so I obviously needed to stay active and get the reps and everything. But my parents wanted me to work and have money in my pocket when I go off to college, which was obviously, a fair assessment. And I was working basically every day in the summer. Didn't play much baseball. I was probably in my backyard hitting off of a tee maybe once or twice a week. But I was in the gym like 3 to 4 times a week. And after the summer, I got stronger, bulked up to 140 pounds. That was the heaviest I ever was in my life. But even when I was working out, I didn't really have a structured like workout plan. I was just kind of in there just lifting and just going crazy for upwards of to an hour. And entering college at 6 foot 140, I felt good personally. I felt stronger than I was, of course, when I graduated high school. But being 18 years old, 6 foot 140, entering college, and being surrounded by 19, 20, 21, 22, even 23-year-olds who were almost double your size, way stronger than you, way bigger than you. It was definitely a humbling experience for me, and not even in regards to the older guys, but to my peers, to the other incoming freshmen. There were some that have been working out for multiple years. They had at least 40 pounds on me even, and it was just a very, very humbling experience for me for sure, because I was just so caught up in, he's definitely going to get more playing time than me because he's bigger, he's stronger, he's playing way better than me. And I'm nowhere near as strong as he is. He's been lifting for way longer. He's been doing this, he's been doing that. I just got caught up and wrapped up in all of that. And it really did take a toll on not only my mental health, but my own athletic performance. And it definitely did affect the way that I played on the field. Which is why I spin back to the point of comparison being a thief of joy, because I felt like there were some times where I wasn't even having fun playing the game that I grew up loving, because of the fact that I just put this negative connotation and this negative energy around the sport, and it just didn't feel like I was progressing in the way that I wanted to. And it was definitely a difficult time for me mentally, because it was hard to enjoy the game that I loved, the game that I've been playing for the past 10 years of my life at the time. And definitely affected my overall performance on the field. And I ended up transferring out of that school, of course, going to a community college and playing there for 2 years. But to spin back to the premise of comparison being a thief of joy, it definitely did make me, like I said, not enjoy the sport as much as I did growing up. Sometimes I'll open up TikTok or Instagram or YouTube and I'll see that one of my favorite creators uploaded a video. And oftentimes I'll click their profile just to like watch their other videos, and I'll note their uploading schedule and how consistent they've been. Whether that's been uploading multiple times a week, multiple times a day, once a week, how often they upload and everything. And it's like, wow, like they're seeing so much success and they're being consistent with their uploads. And I feel like for me, like I literally made a video a few videos ago about motivation versus discipline, and how I talked about like having structure in your everyday life. And I feel like even in the beginning of this 2025, I made a video and I talked about how one of my goals is to upload a video every week. And I did that for 2 weeks and I just fell off from that. And that's because I started this internship, and with it, it's been a little tough because I work 7 a.m. to 3:30. Then I come back to campus and I have track practice from 4 to 6. So after track practice, I'm just dead. Like I want to say it's like working 10 hours a day, but I do that 5 days a week. So it's a lot for sure on my body, mental wise. Definitely has affected my sleep schedule as well, because I have to wake up at like 6 a.m. To get ready for work and everything. But it is what it is. It's life. You can't really. If I'm gonna complain about it, I could just stop running track, or or adjust my work hours. But it is what it is. I'm not too upset about it. It's really only affected my upload schedule. Like there's been times, anyone that's close to me knows that I've been saying, oh, like I got this video planned out, I got this video that I want to script out and go ahead and record, but I just literally haven't had the energy or the time to go ahead and do it. And to spin back on the topic of comparison being a thief of joy, like me watching my favorite creators and seeing their upload schedule, it's like, yo, like they're consistent with this and that and they're on top of things. Whereas with me, I'm not where I want it to be. And things have gotten tough, of course, with me working more. And that's life. Like I said, it is what it is. Of course, trying to get right back into things. Currently, right now, we're on spring break. I say we, but I don't get to I don't get to participate in the holiday or the break or whatever because I have work. So for this whole week, campus is basically pretty dead, which allows me to do what I'm doing now and record and not have to worry about somebody being in the hallway yelling or coming into my room trying to ask me for something, for example. So that's good for this week. I'm trying to use that to my advantage and maybe upload maybe 2 to 3 more videos. We'll see how that goes. Those are just, a few testimonies, not testimonies, but a few, like, I guess, moments in my life that I kind of wanted to share about how comparison being a thief of joy has affected me, not only physically or in my own personal life, but in my own mental capacity. Because spinning back to baseball, like I've said, like it's really, when I did start playing collegiately, it did affect me to the point where it was like, I don't think I can continue playing the sport, or I'm just not in the right headspace, and I'm like, everything in my head is just all negative surrounding the sport, and I don't even like want to watch the game of baseball. But I ultimately did overcome that, even after I transferred out and played the best given with my circumstances and everything, and transferred again post community college to a 4-year school. And now I'm running track, which is a new challenge for me because I've never run before. And I've always been fast as a baseball player, so I just wanted to challenge myself in that regard. So here we are doing something new. This has kind of been like a little life update slash the topic of comparison being a thief of joy. Like I said, I didn't neglect this channel. Like I didn't I didn't go on this streak of consistency from like November to January just to stop uploading. Life just got busy, and I know there's been some people that have been counting on me to upload, whether that's through Instagram or through my YouTube comments telling me to go live or to make a new video. So I gotta get back on top of things, and I think if I just make a whole new routine and just stick to that, I'm gonna be good. But if you stuck around for this video, I don't know how long it's gonna be. Currently recording it, it's been about 26 minutes, and that's with a lot of interruptions and cuts and me like trying to like recoup my thoughts and everything. But I don't know how long this is gonna be. If you stuck around, let me know in the comments down below, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.